Alright guys, welcome back to Stihl-Man Shenanigans. It's a cold November, not too cold actually. Windy, 40 some degree November day. I'm gonna show you how to scoop dirt. The tractors. So I'll be able to get a big old bucket full of the boys' gravel that they like to play in, without bogging the tractor down or spinning, I think. Well, curl your bucket. You can see on the leveler there. You want to curl your bucket. Not quite level, you can see that. Put it in medium. First four-wheel drive. What I'll do, run it about 1500 RPM. I go in, curl it, go a little slower. So, we'll curl it ahead a little bit as we run in. Curl it back and lift up at the same time. Hopefully I can get a little better. Got it curled, coming in, we're curling it, and then we're lifting up. See by my leveler there that I got a big old heaping full. So I don't know why people they complain about the hydraulics on the Kioti, that they can't do multi-function, but that seemed to work pretty good. So hope that helps on how to get a nice big old heaping bucket of gravel using the Kioti NS 4710. I know, probably if it's hydrostatic might be a little bit better, but I didn't want a hydrostatic because, I don't know, I just grew up gear shift and I can just jiggle the handle, dump the gravel. Hey, let's go grab another bucket. Yeah, I'll go right there by my German Shepherd where I don't have a nice steep pile. See how we get it. Flat. So we'll start to curl the bucket. We'll leave it in medium 1. See what we can do at about 1000 RPM. There you can see I got it curled a little bit. Go in. So that one I'm gonna start to bog down a little bit, but there you have it. Even though it's flat, more flat, I'm still able to get a nice 14 cubic foot bucket full of gravel with 2 RC. Probably just dump it in a pile and just use the land plane to level it out. I like this shuttle shift. They're right in the second gear. Let's get that chunk right there where the dog ran down. Again, we'll curl the bucket. Not all the way flat. We'll leave it 5 degrees, I'd say, or a little more. Right there, I started to spin in the softer stuff, so yeah. Need to put some weights on that to help weigh this thing down so I get better traction in the rear end, but go drive it around to pack some of this gravel down. Go on a little bit of a side hill here. Woo-hoo. That little weenie. Kinda. Oh, maybe I'll make it. I can turn around. Pack it in a little bit. Feel the back tire lifting a little bit. Probably should have my seatbelt on. Soft, yeah. I'm kind of wrong side heavy on that bucket. Where it can get hairy in a heartbeat. They get too soft and it'll sink into one side, but I like this nice heavy tractor. Even though I got loaded tires, I can still feel. Don't hit the barn. It's not the barn, it's a shed. People think it's a barn, it's a shed. Don't hit the shed, Fred. So you can see. Woo, great. Right down in there where it's pretty ruddy, where I could really get myself in some trouble. I'm not careful. If I want to come on it straight on. Had some nice heavy rains the last couple of days, so that'll help pack things in. See how soft it is where I am tipping to the right a little bit. I just keep going straight here. And back her up. Crank the wheel off, get some of that. Don't hit that tree. There, get another scoopy scoop, and we will drive up it. Maybe I'll get another bucket. Hit that with the land leveler. Probably shouldn't get this side hill bucket full, but I will. Woohoo! Okay. Bit of a side hill. Keep your bucket down low. Just crank your tires around so you're kind of going down straight. Don't have a quite full bucket, but maybe I'll hit that dirt and see what happens if I can pack it in. you don't sink in too bad and then get myself in a real mess. Try and pack that down a little bit right there in the corner. There. There, I got a little bit of a rut there. That could be a little hairy backing into that. It's low. If I back into that, if my bucket full of dirt was to the left side instead of the right, that could make it hairy. But that's soft enough. I can see how I hit the brakes and it's sliding the front. See how I'm turning that dirt. Maybe we'll put the bucket down and we'll back drag a little bit. Filling that rut right there. Yeah. I'll leave a little bit of dirt in there and we'll drive over it. Low range, second gear. Build a little berm right there. Maybe a hydrostatic on the hill would be a little less hairy, I don't know. But get a little closer to the edge. Trim that brush back. Need a little filling right there. I feel a little low spot. Scratching the paint job. Unbelievable. Can't have nothing nice. See right there how it slid when I hit the brakes. Gotta be careful. See, now this is where you gotta be careful, 'cause it's really hairy. I'm right at the very edge of my base there. If I turn the wheel and back up, I'll be right over there into the jingy weeds, so I want to go to the right a little bit before I back up. Low spot right here. Fill that in right there. Maybe I'll get the old box or land plane and hit that going down. See how that'll dump the rest of our dirt out. Funny story. When I was a kid, I was I don't know how old I was, old enough to know better. Now, that's the problem with that land plane on there. You gotta be careful swinging it hard, because if I swing that to go down there, that'll pivot that back end around, catch that. Straight a little bit, then we can crank her. But anyhow, back to my story. I was driving my dad's Zetter 55 horse. Might back up a little bit because I don't like that approach. And I had an old garage turned into his tractor shed. And I was driving. And there's some jitneys in the way. Well, let's readjust our hydraulic top link. Maybe I'll back up but anyhow, I wasn't paying attention where my front end was. I was watching the trailer I had on, and ran the bucket, because he had a big material bucket on that tractor for pushing snow off the driveway. And going a little bit on that left side there, which I really didn't want to do, but I need to level this out anyhow. But anyhow, I wasn't paying attention to where my front bucket was, and I ran it right into the tin, put a big old hole in it. So dummy me, instead of being the man and telling Dad about it, I got a 55-gallon drum and hit it because he couldn't see it from the house. Well, they went up to check on the horses, the stalls, make sure they're clean like we told them we did. Then he was coming back like this way, and he saw a big old gash in it, and he asked me, and I played dumb. Well, it was a mistake to lie to the old man there and play dumb like, oh, what happened? Well, sister must have wanted to get back with me. She kind of ratted me. Oh, that's what it was. I was watching my sister. She got a mountain bike and she couldn't shift the gears, and I was kind of making fun of her and I wasn't paying attention. And I was watching her and kind of pointing and laughing. Then I go and run into the side of it, put a big old hole in it. Then I try and cover it up. So I guess that's what I get for making fun of her, not paying attention to my surroundings. So make sure you always are aware of your surroundings. Kind of reminds me of that verse in the Bible about don't worry about the speck in your brother's eye when you got a log in yours. So I was too busy making fun of her because she couldn't ride a mountain bike. She thought she was cool stuff because she was, even though she was 18 months younger than me, she was taller than me, so she got a bigger mountain bike, and she was trying to show off, and it backfired. So I was making fun of her, and it backfired on me. So both of us it backfired on, but anyhow, we'll fill in that low spot, steal his boy's dirt from him. Gonna be mad at me. It's probably too much, but I'll dump it right there. Now, see how all that's on the right side here, and I'm on this side hill. A little bit at a camber. I mean, right there, my phone's straight. I don't know what that is. I'll put it third low. So what I'll do is I'll crank to the left, right, and back up. So when I swing it around, I'm more even, Steven, you know what I mean? And the other thing you need to do is keep your bucket as low as possible. That's what I like those mirrors for, so I can see the hoodlums running around. And then come straight up the hill. Not so much at an angle, but straight up. You see that little low spot right there. Bucket arm's in the way, but this can get hairy too. You can see I'm at an angle, but I'm going to dump this bucket. But what I'm going to do is keep it low. And then I'll dump a little bit right there. Oop, back up. Maybe I'll dump a little bit in front of that pile, because eventually I'll probably respread that down, so just kind of help feather into that, covering that bigger stuff. I want to leave that walnut tree, so I cut all that brush away, but kind of expose my neighbors more than I wanted to. I don't live far enough out. They're nice neighbors, but I hate living so close to people, you know. But could be worse. Could be in a city where stacked in there like sardines. So, but anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and thanks for coming along with Stihl-Man shenanigans, and I'll catch you guys on next one. So, just messing with the old Kioti NS 4710. Bye now.